Well, first time I used to, I'm a real great admirer of the Wailers, you know. And the first time I saw him in live is when I went to the stage show by Studio One at the State Theater. It was early when I was just almost a baby or whatever. And I saw him playing. And then when I met him officially now, is when Robbie asked me if I want to join him with Peter Tosh band. And I said, okay, yeah, man, because I just came back from tour in Europe with Dennis Brown, you know. So I said, yeah, man. And then I think Robbie and Peter went to New York to do some business and then they came back. And then I was a part of the Peter Tosh band from then. It was fun, you know, because that was the first major tour he was going on. And, you know, it was kind of rough, you know, because I think what happened is it was kind of, you know, touring is always a rough thing. That is beautiful, as a lot of people say. So we know this is like the beginning and we have to build. So we didn't put that behind. It never mean anything to us, you know, but you know, it was a great tour and everything like that, you know. And what I remember is like when we were coming back from the tour, I think the last show was done in Boston and got to Miami very early because we had to catch a flight to Jamaica. I think Border Patrol came over and cuffed me, Robbie, and Taz, and the keyboard player, and took us and asked us, you know, so we're just coming off tour, so waiting on the flight to go to Jamaica. Got the flight to Jamaica was 6 o'clock, and we got to the airport at 10 o'clock from the flight from Boston. So he checked us out, he checked our papers, and everything was okay. And then he took us back to the airport, but we missed the flight, so we have to catch the next flight the next day. So I think that was the memories, you know. So now Miami is a nice place, but when I remember that situation, I get scared sometimes, you know. He always come up with some great ideas, and he would say things that then later on they see it come to pass, like legalize it. He got so much beaten from saying that word, legalize it, you know. And everything come to pass now, it has been legalized, you know, that if he was here, they probably would have to crown him, you know, and things like that. So, you know, but the Equal Rights album was a very good album. I think it was for CBS. It was a great album to introduce Peter to the international marketplace, I think. And the title of it, Equal Rights, you know. There's a lot of memories about one of his concert because we were surprised when Peter started talking, you know, and then we were surprised again when Bob brought up Siaga, Mr. Manley on stage, you know. But when Peter started talking, that knocked everybody out. Nobody would expect that from him was going to do that. I didn't know that. Nobody in the band was going to do that. So I think his songwriting got better and better after that, of the message what he wanted to send to people. Because there was a song on Mystic Man album called The Day the Dollar Died, and there was one called Recruiting Soldier for the Army. And even the title track, Mystic Man, was a great track, you know? Very great track. It doesn't drink blue, green, red soda, and today they're telling you not to drink it. So he was like ahead of his time. He was, I think that beat, I think God probably, it kind of bring out a lot of things more in it that he wanted to say. So we started to cut the songs to Peter, you know. As I say, when he come in the studio, he didn't tell anyone what to play, he just start singing, you know. I'm gonna fall in line and try to get in the groove. And Robbie and Michael Chung would arrange the intro or Robbie and we just get a good groove on the song and then we just cut it, you know. When it come to studio, it was very cool, you know, and even on stage, we organize his song list for him and tell him. Kind of sometimes at a concert and time is running, so we tell him we're gonna leave out this song, but we have some song that we couldn't leave out, like Get Up, Stand Up and Africa, we're Africa, and some other songs is really important for him to sing, you know. So we take out the weaker ones and everything, but all of them are strong songs, you know. But he would go with anything we say, you know. There was a song on the album, I think it's called "Don't Look Back." I think it's on that album, which we really cut in Bearsville and make it singing on it, and that went into the chart, and we did Saturday Night Live with it. And also, I think we played Bush Doctor tonight, too, so we did two songs. So that was a good move, you know, and a good look for Peter. That was a really, really great experience for myself and Robbie, and I think for Peter. I don't know if everybody was looking at it, but because we're producers and we're musicians and we want to develop our playing because this was reggae being introduced to the world on a different scale. So we were looking at the presentation and the sound, how we can project this thing to the people to really feel it. So we watch people like Journey and Santana and all this other group that was playing and listen what the drums sound like and all the attitude and everything. And when we came back to Jamaica now, we first experiment with it was we did it in Black Hole, like Shine Eye Girl and these song and it worked. So we started using the same impact on Peter's song to give that kind of stadium kind of energy because most of the reggae we recorded like one drop, tick, tick, but there's no energy in it to really rock the, I mean, 110,000 people in John F. Kennedy Stadium in Philadelphia. Unless you have a good engineer, a really good engineer that is seeing the whole picture of the music, you know, he's going to push up that one drop to when it drop. It feel like a sledgehammer, you know. So we say, all right, we're going to use open snare. So we have most energy and the downbeat and everything. So that kind of, we kind of learned that from the whole thing to say to go into that arena. Anyway, we realize it has more energy to the music, so we start playing the reggae like that. I think the year after we came back in February, which was winter, and we did like 6 weeks Peter, and all of these people, some of these people came out to the concert that we're playing, because we're playing clubs like 2 nights a week, and everybody come and say, oh, we remember you from Stone Store, and they come to support us, you know, so it really worked, you know. And the development from there get bigger and bigger because some people think make my show up or keep my show up one of the nights. So what is there to see, you know, if he's gonna show up.
Any memories of the session that you did with Chris Hensey?
Oh yeah, that session was done at Aquarius Recording Studio. That was a cool session also, very cool. I think he probably wrote 2 songs for the session or something like that. So that was cool. That was really, really cool. Chris Hensey is a cool person, you know, very good flute player.
Do you have any memories from the Once Dread and Alive tour? And I think the last shows were at the Rainbow Theatre in London.
Well, normally when we get to London, you know, London is a dub country, you know, and people was crying out, said, Peter, Lagos Land Robin, Lagos Land Robin, made them rock the house, you know. And he, I think he got a bit upset, and one other time he paused like 5 minutes, and then Robin realized that we nipped in and we started dubbing. I think, I don't remember, it was Baltimore, we were playing something, and crowd ease up and start reeling. I said, let them go, let them go. And then we came back into the groove of the song, and that's, you know, but I always wanted to dub, you know, the attitude has changed a bit, and so we decided to just split it. We did, you know, Gwen Guthrie song on the Bookshot the album, that's where we knew her from, and we asked her to come and do the vocal cover. We did this song by bits and pieces, which is us, a version of Don't You Stop the Music, and it was doing fine, so we decided to make an album, and she said she'd come and do the vocals, so we wanted to go and do some other thing because Peter got stuck in his mind of what he wanted to do and everything. And we want to expand the music, you know. So myself, Darren, Mike Chong, I don't know who's left, and we left and come to Jamaica, and then we went to Nassau And Gwen flew in and we cut Gwen track like Should Have Been You and all this song were cut. And she did a version of Is It Love by Bob Marley, which is a wicked version. And I think that was really the start of our kind of solo career recording. And then we did another album for her called Portrait, which had um, 7/10 and had this other song called Padlock on it, which did good for her. And then she was doing another album for herself. And I was coming from the Grammy, and then she asked me to come and listen to the album. And then I told her that she needed this club track. And she did the club track, and the club track turned out to be that. But I had two Roland drum machine with me. I don't remember the next one, but there's two of them. They go together. MIDI, and I programmed the beat from Jamaica. And when I reached there, they say, only Melon could ask her to do another song, and the album was done. So I said, you have to get this club track, Gwen. So she did the song, so I put the beat up, and I said, listen to this beat, just sing anything you want to sing. But you have to get this club track in it. And she said she have a song called Rent. I said, Rent? Wow, that's wicked. And she said, so I sing it from America, and she started saying, 1 minute, 1 minute. The drum track was running, and she said, there's nothing going on. Rent, got 12 with J-O-B, F-U-B. I said, that's it. And she said, what do you mean? I said, this is a song. So when the A&R guy, it was cut the same night when I put up the machine. When the A&R guy came in the next morning, he kind of knocked him out because he wasn't expecting this. I said, wow. So that was a big hit for her.